Welcome to Maui Real News. I'm your host, bradah. Back during 2019, we at Maui Real News did our part to expose how Mayor Victorino's administration and his chief corporation counsel, Moana Lutey, had teamed up with the Trump administration to gut the Clean Water Act. The Maui County Council tried to stop him by voting to settle the case, but the mayor pressed on, disregarding and ignoring the decision and vote by the council, the will of the people, to approve a settlement. The legality of what the mayor did and his corporation counsel did is under review in a complaint with the Office of Disciplinary Council. Thankfully, Mayor Victorino lost at the Supreme Court, but if the mayor had won, Maui would have been responsible for compromising and potentially polluting waterways and water basins throughout the United States, as well as by continuing the harm to our own coastal reef on Maui. It would have also jeopardized water safety throughout the Hawaiian Islands. Not a good example for our future leaders on how to malama the Aina. The mayor did this to make the county's injection well violations in Lahaina acceptable. Violations that have been demonstrated to be causing damage to the coral reef for over 3 decades. Here's a brief look back to remember.
Got a thing for you, and I can't let it go.
Welcome to Maui Real News. On Tuesday, over 80 Maui residents signed up to testify on whether or not the Maui County Council should settle the injection well case. The mayor is allowing our Corp Council attorneys to work with the Trump administration to launch a direct attack on the Clean Water Act.
This issue will not just affect us here in Maui Nui. It will affect everybody from tin mines in New Mexico, coal ash deposits in West Virginia, large-scale agricultural runoff in Minnesota. The Trump administration has told his base over and over again, you make me president, I will put people on the Supreme Court to overturn these unjust laws. He has those two people. It is not a fair and neutral bench.
A little background might help. The county was sued by an environmental group, Earth Justice, for violating the Clean Water Act, which among other things protects navigable ocean waters from pollutants like those from the injection wells. According to the Sierra Club, 3.5 million gallons of partially treated sewage have been pumped into Maui's groundwater through injection wells at the Lahaina Wastewater Reclamation Facility every day for over 30 years. The polluted groundwater then flows into the ocean near Kahikili Beach, one of the most popular snorkeling spots on Maui. The water quality in coral reef has been degraded greatly by being exposed to this much pollution for so long. The scientific community has established that the effluents from the injection wells are indeed harming the coral reefs.
Some people are also trying to say that the nitrogen doesn't harm the reef or that it's coming from other sources. There is clear evidence in peer-reviewed scientific papers that the county's wastewater is showing up in coral that's impacted by bioeroders and in turtle tumors, and it is the nitrogen from the treatment plant that's causing this harm.
The council members which support the case going forward to the Supreme Court claim that it is because the court will provide clarity.
There's no way you can sugarcoat this. This is not clarifying the law. This is upending decades of consistent law interpretation. This is the county talking with the Trump EPA, and they say they're in substantial agreement with the Trump administration. If you saw off your pipe 10 feet from the water's edge, you're free from regulation. I mean, you can't draw clearer pictures in this. You don't have to get into the terminology. These are the extreme positions that the county is taking before the Supreme Court in your name.
Another concern that was adequately addressed was whether Maui's land treatment could run afoul of the Clean Water Act. The answer? It's already covered by the Department of Health. Yuki Lee cites to concern for her upcountry residents with cesspools or septic tanks.
This is the drumbeat that I keep hearing. Individual homeowners with these systems are going to face this potentially costly NPEDS and PDS permits if this were to go to the Supreme Court and be overturned. And it says right here that basically individual homes that are connected to a municipal system use a septic system or do not have a surface discharge, which I believe cesspools do not need an NPEDS permit. Right there. black and white on the URL. Not me, this is the EPA.
Yuki commented that it has been difficult getting permits from the Department of Health. However, she was informed for the first time that the county administration has asked numerous times for delays in providing the Department of Health with the necessary info to complete their applications for permits for the Lahaina wastewater plant, for example. Come on, administration, take care of your kuleana. Stop the fear tactics in confusing the council members, which look to you for guidance. Mayor Victorino sent a settlement offer to the council under orders that its terms remain secret and only heard by legislators in executive session because Kelly King used her power under the charter to require Corp Counsel to provide the council with the settlement offers made in the case.
Corp Counsel functions as an independent branch of government with no oversight and no accountability, and that's just wrong. Corporation Counsel withheld Surfrider's previous offers to settle for years. Like Angus McKelvey noted this morning, this is something kind of new here. This is one of the few times I've ever been aware of the council specifying that it wants its authority back. Congratulations for doing so.
The Department of Corp Counsel takes charge behind the scenes and historically tries to intimidate council members to do what they want. In fact, Mayor Victorino said that Patrick Wong intimidated him when he was a council member from investigating a whole lot of corruption. They've been doing it for years, and right now our county attorneys are teamed up with attorneys throughout the United States supporting the Trump administration's efforts to gut the Clean Water Act.
If this decision is overturned at the Supreme Court, I guarantee you there'll be tweets aplenty from the Trump administration, from the president himself, thanking Maui County for their visionary leadership in making America great again.
Okay, Mr. Representative, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Call the council members on your screen. Leave voicemails, email them, share your mana'o. Let them know what you're thinking. Encourage them to be pono and to malama the aina. This is far too important to remain on the sidelines. And if you like what we are doing in Maui Real News, please support us by sponsoring an episode or going to our crowdfunding page at mauicauses.org. We can't do it alone. We need each other. For more information and details, please contact us at mauirealnews@gmail.com. Until now, we have self-funded all our own production costs, and we wish to be able to continue to bring you the real news that you deserve. Keeping it real, giving it to you straight, just the way you like it. Malama Pono.